Hey everybody, I'm Jordan for PDQ.com, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Get-childitem for our PowerShell series. We've gone over a couple of how to find stuff out about commands, how there's different information, but we figure this time we'll just dive in and we'll actually showcase an example, in this case Get-childitem. So if you use command prompt, dir is probably how you're doing it. If you're on Linux, it's ls. Both of those are aliases within PowerShell. So if you do dir or ls, it will run the Get-childitem for you. And just do that, we'll do a quick test. Run that one, you can see everything that pulls up from that one. I believe if you're using the new PowerShell, PowerShell 7, and you have it on your Linux machine, ls won't work because that functions differently and they couldn't use that alias, but we're getting in the weeds there. There's just alias there for some, not for others. Get-childitem is the command we're running. All right, so to kind of showcase this, I did the dir, we'll say, to showcase that one first. We'll do the actual command. Get-childitem. It's the exact same thing as it is, just an alias, just to kind of showcase where it's in there. Same result we're getting there, we're grabbing the commands. There's just a few neat things that you can do with the Get-childitem that you might not be able to do with your command prompt, where in this case they would do the same thing. We got the ctest. We're going to come in, we're going to do recurse. And what that's going to do is that's going to dive into each layer that you have within that folder structure and stop there. It's just kind of, I mean, we know recurse for Windows administrators. It's just going to look through everything. Another option is instead of recurse, you could go depth. So we're going to do depth, we'll say 2. As you can see in here, it's going to go in, it's going to grab everything down to words go here, but it's not going to go into not going to see it, because that one we're not going to see it, depth 2. So you can set your depth on how, it's kind of like recurse, but it'll let you know how deep you can go. All right, and then the last example we have, kind of along those ones, say we have the test path, we're going to do include, just to kind of say, we're looking in here, but we want to find everything that includes. So we're going to do asterisk there. Includes, we'll do star.txt. You can see it's going to go through and it's only going to find the .text file. Oh, I'm so clever. So clever. All right, another kind of interesting thing is it has where you can specify attributes. We're going to come in here, or make sure I have that right. Go to the front. Where am I missing here? Let's try this. Attributes in there, and so for these attributes, you basically can specify things like, is it hidden? Is it a directory? It's just various things. So actually, we're going to delete this one. We're going to do a get help on this. If I actually delete it this time. Apparently, my highlight skills are not on point today. So get-help, get-childitem. Let that one run. If we come up here within the syntax, you can see in here it has attributes, and read only lets you know a hidden system directory archive. So if you're doing a string together, it's important to know that if you put an exclamation point before, say exclamation point before hidden, it means it's not hidden. If you have a plus sign, it means and, or a comma means or. So if you have exclamation point hidden plus directory, and then a comma, and then, I don't know, we'll just do exclamation point compressed. It's basically going to look for ones that is not hidden and is a directory or a compressed file. I don't know when you're going to use that one, but it's just kind of an example of where you can string together different things within attributes to get more specific on what you're looking for. And then one thing that really makes Get-childitem stand out is it's not just for file directories itself. You can look at like your registry or your cert, anything that it is basically a PS drive. So if we get-ps drive, run that one, you can see here we have environment, we have functions, we have variables from our system variables earlier, or HKLM for local machine or current user. Basically, you have right from there, you can do Get-childitem from your cert store or your registry. It gives you a lot more control on that one. So let's see here. I'm actually just going to copy this one over real quick. instead of typing that one out, just because I don't want to figure out that path. What I did here is I basically went to the uninstall drive for the current user, and it gives you like OneDrive setup. So anything GitHub desktop, uninstall strings there. One thing to note here, it's grabbing all of it. Basically the key, there it is, and the property. If you're looking for just the property itself, that is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be get item property, and that's just kind of get child item is going to get you the key. Get item property is going to get the value. So if we come back in here and we do pre path there, but instead of Spotify, we're going to do, what was one that we had in there? OneDrive setup. Got to spell one correctly, or that's not going to work at all. Actually, get child item, that's where you can come in. You're grabbing all of the values for that key, the display name, the uninstall string, all that information. So it's just remember, get child item will get you down to the key you're looking for. If you want the values, you then have to switch over to the get item property. And just to kind of showcase the cert, we're going to come here and we're going to do, once again, the same thing. Get child item, so instead of C:/ we're doing cert : current user. That's everything for the current user. If we wanted to do, say, recursive, and we wanted to do ones that are listed as code signing certificates, you can run that one. No code signing our current user. I think that's actually, it's not bad. That's good for us. So that way you can do like a recursive search within your search, and you can find out if they're able to sign or not. That's kind of everything. A get child item is kind of like dir or directory that you've seen with command prompt, but it's supercharged. You can grab so much information, and you can pipe that into things like new or rename, and you can change the properties from PowerShell without having to actually go to the directory. For pdq.com, I'm Jordan.